spoke of our mother's death. And I remembered her saying, if Allah wanted us to ask questions, He would have made us men.
Brick Lane is a new film directed by Sarah Gavron. It's based on the novel of the same name by Monica Ali. It tells the story of a Bangladeshi immigrant living in London. The main character's name is Nazneen. She's played by Tanishta Chatterjee.
I was to be grateful when Father chose me an educated man, living abroad.
And the story that this movie, like the novel, tells is about Nazneen's gradual awakening. She's from a very sheltered background. Let's say she was sent from Bangladesh to England at the age of 17 as part of an arranged marriage to a man named Chanu.
You can earn £1 apiece.
Most of the film takes place years later. She has 2 growing daughters, and she's just sort of making her way through an ordinary lower middle class immigrant's life in London.
How big is my head? For a small brain, you have such a big head.
And then things start to happen slowly and subtly at first, and it ends up with her having an affair with a young man named Kareem.
This is the test batch. Jeans, 42 pairs.
Now, in some ways, this is like a 19th century novel. It's a story of adultery, of a woman who's sort of imprisoned by conventions of her culture and beliefs and mores, who tries to break out at least a little bit and who gains along the way a wider sense of the world.
You must have been busy.
In Monica Ali's novel, this is told in a very subtle way with a lot of clarity and delicacy and understatement.
My cousin says she has left her husband.
The movie, while it's very interesting and very touching in places, doesn't quite manage that. It can't really sustain a tone either of a kind of fine-grained, small-scale, modest realism or of sort of emotional, large, dramatic gestures.
All these years, all these letters, hearing what your sister had to say.
Give me my letter.
Maybe I should have been asking what you are writing to her.
So it kind of veers between one and the other.
There are certain things a wife does not want her husband to know.
Sometimes it's very small scale, very subtle, very well observed. At other times it seems to swell up almost to a kind of melodramatic pitch. And you don't quite feel as embedded in this character's life or in her psychology as you might want to. So the movie is very engaging, very absorbing, but also in the end it's frustrating. It leaves you feeling a little bit as if you've seen the ideas that this story is trying to engage, but you haven't really lived inside the story.
Why do you like me?
Who says I like you?